It's finally here. Our favorite time of year. The best kind of year. The time for soup. The time for crunchy leaves. And the time for sweaters. That's right.
The season of autism.
Our favorite season. They call it fall in some places, though, because they fall in love with the season autism.
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. That's our opening bit. We love doing our opening bits, even though not a lot of people, like, our peak viewership is never at the beginning of the stream. It's a
special treat for those of you who show up early.
So thank you for those of you that are watching this and showing up early. I don't know who you are because I can't see the chat, but hello. Reed sure can.
Hello, everyone. Lisa Toy Club, Just Magico, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo.
We love all of these people
guy,
on a personal level.
Lumen the Firefly.
We know some of these people.
On a personal level.
Yes, yeah. We know them in real life.
Baby Bill.
And we're friends with them and would hang out with them.
Guy says, whoa, red haircut.
Yeah, I got a haircut. You could say my hair got cut.
Yeah, it's true. Reed, well, let's just say Reed is also shorn. And maybe you'll even see it on the stream, but not yet. Because he's operating the camera.
Studio Flimpo cut.
The Studio Flimpo cut it's either short hair, or it's my hair. That's it.
Between bugs and sunflowers says hello.
Hi! Oh my gosh, you're between bugs and sunflowers.
I love those things.
You're like another bug, or maybe a smaller flower.
Win says hello, cool haircut.
Thanks!
I said, right as you said thanks, I did not mean to interrupt. You can say thanks again,
okay.
Then I won't interrupt.
Thanks!
I'm sorry. Talk to me again. I promise. This time I won't do it.
Alright, okay. Thanks! Whoa. I felt so free and, open.
Ah!
Oh.
Alright.
Am I allowed to hold back?
I had to hold back. I had to go back from going full wolf or whatever.
Guy says, what a gatekeep.
So we're gonna do the same thing we always do, which is put merchandise items into envelopes and containers that we are going to ship around the world, around the country, straight to your door. If you want to get some of these, you can't because these are products that were already ordered a while ago.
If you want to get new things,
new, way crazier shit,
check out the link in our bio and sign up your email for the new thing we're doing, which is new, cooler items.
With Chimera Bunny.
Merch collab.
Yeah. We're talking plushes, bags, shirts and hats, pins, stickers, and literally whatever. Literally whatever. Let's get started. And we'll also talk the whole time, because we're not starting a podcast, and this is the closest thing you're gonna get. We're never starting a podcast, ever, because there's too many of them.
There are a lot of podcasts.
We could do an actual play podcast. There's a lot of those too, but
there's too many of them. Are we funny and people love to watch us? Yes. Do they deserve a podcast? No. They deserve some.
Need a podcast? No.
This is fine. This is plenty. This is technically a podcast.
Magico says, "Come on, please."
Okay. This one is 1 campus map, 1 lanyard, and 1 iris trading card.
Maybe if you are unethical enough and in the future far enough, you can feed all of our live streams into artificial intelligence and make a podcast for us.
Please don't do that.
Don't do that.
Please do not do that.
Do not.
Anyone, if there is to my knowledge, no one has made any sort of AI Studio Flimpo stuff, but the first person who does, I am doxing them. I'm fully going to dox them. I'm gonna say your full name, any personal information that I can find off of you, I'm going to put it on our platform so other people can harass you and make your life worse.
Damn.
Yeah, it's true, and I mean it. Just kidding.
Just kidding. We'll probably not do that.
No, probably not.
But we'll be upset.
Probably just press charges.
Yeah.
Where's the backing for the medium things? Oh, you have them because
Okay.
of course.
Iris card, campus map,
Yep,
and a lanyard.
that's it.
And if anyone has any questions about, like, our...
Whatever.
Literally anything.
Literally
Our interests,
whatever you
the
want.
production, whatever.
As long as it's not like too invasive. But if it is invasive and it's funny, then we still might it.
Yeah. You know, you can test the waters.
You can test the water. You're among
You
friends.
can-
Ah!
put
I
in
forgot the
the-
lanyard. Ah, shit.
You'll probably have to get a new envelope.
Ah, but it's already stuck on.
Oh.
I'm a failure. I don't
Well-
deserve flavor.
Kitchen cells. Has anyone seen kitchen cells?
Yeah.
We'll just have to put this aside and reprint
We'll have
it.
to reprint the label. So
Folks in chat saying boo to AI.
just
Yay!
face it this way because there's a printing thing on there. Off to a great start, everybody. Off to a great start. We're putting. Can you put this in there too? Thank you.
Magico asks, did you guys listen to the music artists yet?
Which like the ones that you guys recommended last time, or just like, is there a new thing called the music artists that I'm not aware of?
I have no idea.
Hey.
Because if it's the one,
Is it yes?
huh?
Magico says yes.
Okay, cool. Probably not. If we were referring to the ones that was recommended last time.
Here, let me put this somewhere I'll remember it. I'll put
Yeah,
it
right there. Okay, cool. Sorry, everybody.
Magico says, also, I spell music weird.
It's okay. I can spell music weirder. This person has no last name.
Oh, like
Like yours.
Share.
I am Spring asks, what are y'all doing right now?
We.
We are packing orders for a crowdfund that we ran last year to fund the pilot episode of our series, Mandelbrot Hall.
Which we've also been working on, like, since then. And
Yeah.
all of today.
So we are fulfilling orders because in exchange for people funding the episode, we were like, hey, we'll give you some cool merchandise.
Yeah.
So we are packing that right now, but not showing any of the addresses because we don't want to dox people.
Yeah.
That's
Unless you
the-
make AI content of Studio Flimpo, in which case we will do that. But not here. We don't feel like it right now.
That's what the DM screen is for, to block the app.
And aside from that, we're just chatting.
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out listening to music packing stuff.
Relic asks, would you ever buy a humanoid robot and make it do your chores?
No.
Probably not. I mean, how humanoid are you talking?
I don't even like other people doing my chores. Like people.
True.
I'm like, I feel I got it. Don't worry. It's fine. I got it. Like, I don't think my chores are outside of the scope of my own ability. Like, I do my laundry and I don't have 9 trillion clothes. You know, I wash dishes, cook food.
I mean, the most that you need to do is just like get a Roomba.
Yeah, I think Roombas are like having a pet dog.
That
Okay.
dog that like,
Campus map,
cleans up your floors.
and this one is done.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know. It's funny thinking about all the robots that would do chores. Dishwasher. Like,
Dishwasher more of a contraption than a robot.
yeah,
What qualifies as a robot?
something that loads the dishwasher for you and hand washes the dishes that need to be hand washed would be cool.
I feel like it would break a dish.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 campus map, 3 random trading cards, and 1 Weiss.
Okay.
Magico asks, if you had one wish, what would it be? I would wish something I don't think anyone else would.
I feel like the wish, like, if you wish to have like a superpower or something, then that's a lot of responsibility that you might not be ready for. So I feel like if you were to have a power, it would have to be something that's like not really a superpower. It's just a very good ability that doesn't make you like superhuman. It just makes you like really, really good at something. I think if I had one wish, I just wish that like I could like realistically get good at any skill I wanted to like within 1 calendar year. Like what would take me 10 years, I could take
I would probably wish for something like for every person on Earth to live comfortably.
Yeah. For every person on Earth to have their needs met.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a way better idea. Yeah. That'd be cool.
Because if everyone is taken care of, then you will be taken care of.
It's
Yay.
true. We are people.
What if you could get like I know the teleportation superpower like doesn't make sense physically because like the Earth is moving and like the like galaxy is moving. So
Wormholes.
sorry, yeah.
Mike.
We can do wormholes.
Warm holes.
Wormholes.
Warm holes.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Cold holes.
Whoa!
Teleportation that's like predicated on wormholes like works. Probably could work.
I'm not even going to begin to try and like say that I understand how wormholes work. And I you know me, I'm a space and like I'm a space nerd through and through. I know a bit more about quantum physics on a physical level than like maybe the average person, but like
why are they wormholes? They're not worms aren't the only animals that dig holes. Why aren't they bunny holes?
I think because worms are smaller and wormholes are small.
And they are smaller and less harmful than a bunny hole.
God damn it. Okay, this one's the right person. This is 1 sunflower charm and 1 sticker sheet. Plain and simple.
Okay.
That one's going over there. Straight up 1 marble.
I Am Spring asks, I want to make an animated show, but English isn't my native language. Should I make it in English anyways?
No, make
You
it.
don't have to. You can make it in whatever language people, people who are worth having as an audience are willing to read subtitles.
Yeah. Although,
I
like,
think generally culture-wise, like it is shifted to like more like the general public being like more open to subtitled movies.
yeah. That being said, like, I think you should, especially if your native language like maybe doesn't have the sort of like animation that you're looking for. That's a great thing to like, make yourself. But if you want to, like, you can also just have an English dub that you make afterwards.
It's
Even if you just want to, like, get some, like, there is an abundance of English-speaking voice actors who will do things just for experience, that are young and just want to try things out. Sticker sheet and something like that. Okay.
Oh, Flimpos illumine the Firefly says, Flimpos, can y'all wish me a happy early birthday? It's tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy early birthday,
It's also
Lumen.
our friend's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's
it is
true.
our friend Sunny's birthday.
Yay! That'll be
Put
so
in the
much fun.
charm.
Yeah, it's in there. I never make the same mistake twice. That's why I only had 1 baby. Who was that? Where am I? What the fuck?
Milo got possessed.
Who was that?
Who was that?
Chad, can you name whoever the hell that was for me real quick?
Between Bugs and Sunflowers had asked, I don't know if y'all have talked about this recently, but have you watched Pilot for Knights of Guinevere?
We were just saying this. We need to
we
watch
were talking
this.
about it. We've just been busy.
Yeah.
Like we get finished with work and we're like pooped.
We don't want to do anything.
But we will watch it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Definitely before the end of the month.
Yeah.
Probably within the next couple days.
Okay. 1 campus map, 2 lanyards, 1 random trading card, 1 trading card iris, and 1 Weiss card.
Okay.
Damn Pash says you guys need to get on the Glitch Presents label /J.
I would love to do that. I mean, Glitch has been picking up more indie shows. I wouldn't be surprised if they expressed a little bit of interest in Mandelbrot Hall after the episode was made. I mean,
that would be nice.
We were like mentioned on like in the Glitch X stream.
We weren't mentioned, but we were shown.
We were shown.
Yeah, Mandelbrot Hall's
A brief
trailer was briefly featured on Glitch X. So like,
interesting.
we know that they know who we are. So that's fun. So yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, that's the label done. You want me to handle the cards?
Yeah, how many are there?
There's
Iris.
1 random, 1 iris, and 1 Weiss.
Sweet guy says, still didn't chat tell you to watch it like a month ago? Yeah.
We're so bad at this. Okay, let's see.
Hey, we're like, Milo and I are still just watching Breaking Bad for the first time.
Yeah, it
That's
took them a
so
couple of years to
It's so good though. Okay, that's
Lulu.
Lulu. Iris and Lulu. Okay, girl.
2 lanyards. Okay.
Okay, girl.
Girls.
Girl.
Rose says, I saw freaking Hades Town yesterday and it was so good. I was sobbing by the end.
It's so good.
Yeah, it is really good.
I was sobbing too.
I think something that was really funny that I saw recently, that was like some musical theater podcast, and someone was saying a 10 out of 10 musical is like a life-changing experience. It's like the best, it's one of the best forms of art that you can ever experience in your life. A 9 out of 10 musical is fucking so hard to sit through. I think that's like that's like Hamilton versus Hades Town for me.
Mm.
Like, I feel like Hades Town, the whole time you're just like entranced.
You got 1 random card, 1 iris card, and 1 Weiss
Yep,
card.
all done.
Okay, 2 lanyards.
2 lanyards.
Yep.
What do you have? A friend? I'm still getting over the French, the disgruntled French mother that possessed me. Okay, 2 lanyards.
2 lanyards, 1 map, 3 cards. Okay. Great.
Okay. Hold on, I put this in.
Damn Tash said, I have characters in a setting but can't find a story to tell. What should I do?
Figure out something in your life that you're experiencing that you want to express but can't do through other means.
Try and think of what your characters want and what the worst thing that could happen to your character would be.
That's the more
specifically
fun
for
answer.
them.
That's the more
So-
Like, based on their status quo, what would be the most... What would disrupt their status quo the most?
What would ruin their shit?
Yeah, so don't just think of like, oh, dying would be the worst thing. If it's someone who has a fear of public speaking, like what situation would require them to make a change, and then that change is your story.
Yeah. Like, oh, that person suddenly is in a position where they have to be, like, run for mayor or something and they're down. Like...
Do you know that's the plot of the show that Vladimir Zelensky was in, where he plays the president of Ukraine, and then he became the president of Ukraine afterwards? Like, that's the plot.
Yeah,
He's like,
that
ended
is
up-
so fascinating.
Yeah, that is really
But,
fascinating.
like, yeah, that's how you do interesting stories, figure out your characters and, like, what makes them, like, what their values are, and then throw a conflict at them that would, like, directly counter those values.
Yeah. Make it difficult, make it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of the reason why people are so interested in Mandelbrot Hall's initial concept is there's something fascinating about thinking about what an indecisive, spineless freshman art student would do if she was the only one that noticed that, like, the universe was decaying before her eyes. Like, it's already interesting to think of, like, oh, what would happen if, like, she was in a friend group and, like, there's a disagreement on where to eat lunch. And, like, this is like that, but, like, turned up to 1,000. There we go.
Freedom 1022 is in chat. Said A.
Hello, Freedom.
Hello, Freedom.
Hello, Freedom. Who was that?
I'm getting infected by characters beyond my wildest comprehension.
Lumen the Firefly said, sorry about the possession, by the way, Milo. It happens when people acknowledge me.
What?
Lumen says the most fascinating things back to back. Okay. I think this is the last medium package.
Great.
We're zooming through these. One lanyard, one sticker sheet, and a maven.
Okie dokie.
Freedom says, hello, lovelies. You all look beautiful today.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Oh, yay, and one label short. And then we'll probably have to print more labels. And once we do, I will print another label for the one that I messed up so that I can just plop it in.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man, I've been using Blender a lot more because of the current part of production we're in right now. I love Blender so much, and it's so good. I can't believe it's a free software. I definitely like whatever my next big project is after the Mandelbrot pilot. Assuming that Mandelbrot continues, there'll still be a lot of time between that. I want to like just make it in Blender. One, because I don't think I'll be able to afford paying for Toon Boom Harmony on my own after the sponsorship dries out. But also because it's so cool. Everyone should learn how to use Blender a little bit. Your mind will expand.
I had for a shot that I'm working on, I had to figure out 3D space like within 2D or within like Toon Boom Harmony, and I was going through it. It took me several hours yesterday, and then
Can you put
a little
this
bit longer today. But I started to make sense of it better today.
It looks really good. I'm excited for the shots that we're working on now.
Yeah, we're in a very difficult to animate part of the episode.
It's the last chunk?
No,
second to last chunk.
Yeah.
But it is definitely
it is
like
the climax. It encompasses most of the climax.
yeah, and it's like the shots are money shot. It's like money shot to money shot to money shot. They're all difficult, but I'm excited to see these. Okay, let's give this a go.
Oh, it seems stream was lagging a little bit.
Oh well.
Sad.
Well,
I only have 8 shots to animate this chunk.
but they're all insane.
But there's like 3 or 4 of them
there's
that
way
are like
fewer than I
really
thought there
difficult.
Yeah, what the heck? I might have to.
Run and print some.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to like. All the groups are like kind of. Well, not all the groups. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Although you might have to occupy stream or something while I
That's fine.
do that. So this next one is going to Australia. That's really cool. We love Australia.
Win says Blender is good, but my PC is so weak for it.
I honestly, you don't need as strong of a PC as you'd think if you're running EV and not Cycles. Oh, it's just the poster. Okay. And you can also just use the 2D functionality on Blender, and that is even more lightweight. They are also, and this is crazy, I still can't believe this is happening, but they are, at BlenderCon, they announced that they are developing, the Blender Foundation is developing Blender for tablets. And you're thinking like, oh, like iPad, like Procreate? Yes, that too, but like any tablet, like Android tablets. Which is crazy, because those do not use a lot of computational power, so I'm like, how the hell are they even doing that?
And then there was like the storyboarding thing, right?
Yeah, they're making a storyboarding tool like Storyboard Pro, but like free.
Yeah,
That's crazy. There's like no alternative to Storyboard Pro. And it's gonna be part of Blender too. It's not gonna be a separate program. It's just gonna be called like the Story Tool. They are really bad at naming things. The Story Tool, Grease Pencil. node editor. I'm like,
Avi asks, writing question.
Ooh.
Does there always need to be conflict in stories? I enjoy world building, but I have trouble coming up with conflict for the characters.
There needs to be conflict, but it doesn't need to be
it's not
as
like war.
It doesn't need to be as like huge as you might think. Like without, I mean, just watching people in an environment is fine, but the thing that draws people into stuff is like conflict and resolution.
Yeah.
Like, what counts as a conflict is like broader than you might think, like because it doesn't have to be like literally like a disagreement or a fight.
It can be an obstacle.
It can be an obstacle. It like that to be overcome. It can be just a difference of like or two characters that like have different drives that they just happen to not really be compatible to each other.
I mean, it can be really simple. In slice of life stuff, the conflicts are usually extremely mundane.
Yeah.
It's things like, oh, I need to make a YouTube video, but I'm bad at making YouTube videos.
Yeah. Or like, just please watch City the animation.
Watch City the animation.
Watch City the animation, especially if you want an example of like.
It's a great example of like, you don't really think of them as conflicts, but they are.
Like the race episode.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing. If you want to think of conflict in a little differently, think of it more like, what does your character want? What's the goal that your character is trying to achieve, and what gets in their way?
Yeah,
because
like, life, you know, there's always something that gets in the way.
Yeah.
It's not just a straight shot towards your goal. And if your character doesn't have a goal, then try and think of that.
Like, okay, let's say, like, I walked to get lunch earlier today. I wanted to go get a wrap from the deli. But what if on the way from the deli, we encountered, like a samurai, and he hated delis, and wanted to kill me for even thinking of going to one. And I don't know any samurai stuff, so, like, he could kill me, so what do I do? Well, luckily, I pulled a sandwich that I had in my pocket, a backup one, so I could kill him by exposure. And then, that way, I was able to pass and get my well-deserved wrap from the deli. That is stupid as hell, and I just made that up on the spot, but that's intrinsically more interesting than walking to the deli, getting a sandwich, and walking back without any sort of event happening.
Yeah, so to answer your question, there's no one that's gonna stop you from making something without a conflict, but for stories to be effective, you do need it.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, I guess you could be like Samuel Beckett and write like Waiting for Godot, which is like, technically doesn't have conflict, but like, I say this with all due respect, you're not Samuel Beckett. None of us are Samuel Beckett. You're your own writer. Especially if you're like, you know...
where are the sample cards?
The sample cards?
Yeah.
They should be in like a bag of sorts. Are we out of a...
We don't have any Goth Lulus that aren't samples.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Where are the samples? We still had a bunch of Gothaloos in the sample bag, so we're
Ro
not...
says bye.
Huh?
Bye-bye.
Bye, Ro!
I think Ro is saying bye to Finish Baby Bill, who said goodnight, y'all. I'm going to
Okay,
sleep.
bye, Finish Baby
Bye,
Bill,
Finish
and
Bill.
hi, Ro, who's still here. It's not on the floor, is it?
I don't know. Give me 1 second. You just talk to chat.
Hello! What's up?
Yeah, Freedom said, I feel like there's some sort of grasping the audience with a small amount of conflict. Magico said, do what fits the story you want to tell.
Yeah. Oh, here they are. Here are the samples. They were over here. I completely just did not see them at all.
Oh, okay.
Wynn asked, also, any good free animation programs? Tried OpenTube,
Blender!
but had huge issues with it, especially saving the animation.
Blender! Blender. Worthikids, Ian Worthington, makes everything in Blender. So does Pathbar. So does... Did you know Sonic 3 was made in Blender? Like, predominantly? I did not know that. It's like Blender, 100% free. I guess you could technically also use like Krita or something if you want, but like, use Blender. It's really cool. And if you want a tutorial for it, Louis Zong made one, and Ian Worthingkids made one where it's super simple. He just talks you through his whole process, and it's surprisingly easy. It looks intimidating because there's a whole lot of buttons, but trust me. Once you blend, you'll never go bend.
My PC is way too weak for Blender. Sorry, guys.
They gotta make it more lightweight so that it could like run.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if not Blender, then I would recommend Krita, because that's also open source and free. And it's sort of like Clip Studio Paint, but like more pared down, I guess. OpenTunes is hard. I know it's free, and I know you can make really great stuff with it. I know that like Studio Ponok and Ghibli used it, but like it's not designed for people that think the way I do. It's a steep learning curve.
Sweden guy is complaining about the Swedish national football.
Right with you, man.
It's stupid ass Swedish national football sucks and I hate it. We even have
Amen,
good players
sister.
and it's our dumb manager that sucks. It's an inside job from Denmark. The manager is from that place.
Wait, that's interesting. Dang. I was saying this before, but I wish that I was like more into sports because everyone that's into it has like so much purpose and joy in their lives.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so easy to find a community surrounding sports.
Yeah, it's so easy. Like, male loneliness epidemic? Buddy, go to a baseball game. That's gonna be awesome. It's funny, I think baseball can be very long as like a game, but not gonna lie, when I went to like the 49ers field in San Francisco and just like got a hot dog and fries and sat down with my drink in the shade and watched baseball happen for an hour, I was like, okay, I get it now. This is awesome. This is really cool. And like baseball, like I know the rules of baseball. Like I played baseball, so it's not like football where like
Baseball is too long.
It's way too long. Like I left after like 2 hours before the game finished. Like of course, it's 100% too long. But like I understand what's going on as opposed to football, where they're inventing new things every year.
American football.
American football.
Yeah.
Soccer football. You guys are
Soccer
cool.
football. That's easy to understand.
You guys are chill. Actually, I love soccer football.
Soccer football. Football, the original.
Football, the original one. The one where you
Football,
play
the
with
one
a
that
ball with your foot.
The name makes sense.
Yeah. This is our last poster.
Wow,
one.
I thought we had way more.
I know, I did too. We're gonna have to print some more way earlier. This is one sunflower charm and a special edition poster.
Okay. Shimacat asks, what do you guys think of Procreate Dreams just for simpler stuff?
I think that it has a lot of potential, but there's a lot of things that need to be improved before I can use that software, like, genuinely. I have used Procreate Dreams before to make projects, and it's doable, it's very powerful, but, like, it doesn't have a lasso tool, man. Like, that's...
Yeah,
I
that
need
is
that.
kind of-
Did they not add it?
No, but they're gonna add it in the next update. So, like... But it's been out for, like, over a year.
Yeah, I think they just, like, were trying to release it early, but to ride the hype.
Yeah,
but...
and because it was, like, the 10th anniversary of Procreate or something.
Yeah, but, like, it probably needed a little more time to cook, but I'm sure that... I'm sure that as updates keep rolling out, it'll just get better.
I have no doubt that especially in this next update that Procreate Dreams will be like a great software to use. But it's like, I don't know. It's just, I think it just needed more time. Especially that, you know, no lasso tool, man. Do you know how hard it is to make an animation without being able to select something? It's very difficult. You have to know how to animate on paper to do that, and thankfully we were trained on paper, so it wasn't like the biggest hassle in the world. But I'd be lying if I said it was easy.
Yeah.
And I know we're very lucky to say that we were trained on paper. Not everyone can say that. Also, I kind of wish Procreate got off their high horse and made stuff for Android.
Yeah, Apple exclusive is. I mean, I have an iPad, but I think being Apple exclusive isn't.
Like,
great.
what are we doing here? Like, I know they can.
Shima Cat says, that's terrible though, low key.
What, the no lasso tool?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you're just, like, about Procreate dreams.
If you want a great animation tool on the iPad, Toon Squid is great, and Clip Studio Paint is awesome. Unfortunately, Clip Studio is a subscription-based payment thing now on mobile. They are migrating to subscription-based payment for their like next version of Clip Studio, but they're not phasing out the old one, and you can still get the old one, and that one is you can get it perpetual. And the old Clip Studio Paint is as updated as I need it to be ever. It's like completely fine. Like I don't think you need Clip Studio Paint 3.0 or whatever it is, or 2.0, I forget.
Winyan said, oh wait, I remembered, Tahoma 2D, is it worth to check out?
Tahoma, I have never heard of that
Yeah,
one,
I
to
don't
be
know what
honest.
that one is.
Yeah,
Tahoma
I'm familiar.
2D. Wow, look at all these packages that we packed. Well, they're around.
Yeah, they're
it's too much to put all of them on camera to show the ones that we packed. But we know from our order count that it's 200 something?
Yeah.
Wow. We can probably print a couple more. I know there's some shirt orders. So, just before I go and print out some new orders,
Yep.
because we'll need to do that, we've packed all the small envelopes. We
Yeah.
packed the medium envelopes. We actually don't need large envelopes for this, because those we only have for our actual shop. The next ones are small poly mailers, and then
So we have big poly mailers and small poly mailers. The big ones have posters in them, and then the small ones don't.
yeah, and I feel like the next thing to do would just be to get the small poly mailers. Although I'm almost positive that those will be that's a high number. So
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna get either the small or the large poly mailer, whichever one has less items, because I do think we should ship out.
Well, we
after
can,
this
as
batch.
long as we keep it separate, we can ship it out in the next go.
I guess we could do that, because we
Yeah.
could just ship it out in the next
I
go.
think the best one would be the small poly mailers.
Okay, yeah. I am going to print those out. You can keep talking if you
Yeah, I
want.
will keep talking.
And Reed, you can obviously keep talking too. I'll be back. This shouldn't take too long.
Milo's going away forever.
I'm going away for 10,000 years. Bye-bye.
Bippity boppity boo. So there's so many things I wish I could use on my Chromebook, but it's all either only in PC or Apple.
Yeah, it's rough out there. I remember, this isn't the same thing, but I remember when I was younger, especially, because it's not so bad nowadays, playing games, it was the opposite problem where a lot of games would not run on Mac.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So I had a friend who only had a Mac, and they would be like, oh, I can't play the game with you guys because I'm on Apple.
Yeah. I had that when I was younger too.
It still happens now, but not as much, I think. Though I wouldn't know because most of my friends aren't in the Apple sphere, at least when it comes to computers.
Magica says, I use Google Pixel for everything, so I feel you.
I have my phone is in my pocket
Samsung
right
Galaxy.
now. I have a
You have
Samsung
23.
Galaxy 23 Plus.
I have 24 plus.
Yeah. It's doing great. I've had it for a few years now. Yeah, the last time I had an iPhone was 2014 to 2015 maybe. Over 10 years ago. Whenever the iPhone 5 was out, I had it as a hand-me-down from my father.
Ooh, Freedom asks, do any of you partake in the game or hobby of Pokemon, particularly in relation to the cards?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I collect them primarily.
Yeah, none of us play the TCG.
I've tried learning a little bit.
But Reed especially likes to just collect cards that he likes. I do it to a lesser extent, but I have played every single mainline game except for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yeah, I haven't played Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I think there was another that I might not have played, but I haven't played a lot of the earlier the ones pre-Black and White, because I never had a Game Boy, and the DS ones were just like I never got the cartridges for them.
Yeah, I started, the first game that I played was either, I can't remember if it was Leaf Green or Emerald on the Game Boy Advance. I played it on my brother's and I never got very far because he didn't want me to overwrite his save. So I would just play until, until as far as I could. And then the first game I owned was Pokemon Pearl. And yeah, I've also played the Mystery Dungeon games. I played Pokemon Ranger. I had a couple of the GameCube ones. I've played a lot of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Are you all excited for ZA coming out? Freedom Masks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get it on release. I sort of like, I think it's cool. And some of the megas I'm a fan of, like I like Malamar and Hawlucha, but I don't know. It's not speaking to me in the same way that Legends Arceus did.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to wait and see what people think for a little bit before
I did
getting
pre-order it to get, because there was like the Pokemon Center deal where if you pre-order, you can also get a free plush included in your order.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was cool. But yeah, I have a big Pokemon card collection.
Yeah, Reed has a bunch of old cards from when he was a kid.
I think the highest value one that I have is a shiny Charizard EX SIR that I pulled from Paldean Fates, like last year, I think.
Yeah, I remember when that happened. It was on the second pack you opened.
Yeah, it was the second one from a booster bundle, and I was like blown away. And then the second most is a Tyranitar EX that I have from when I was a kid. But my collection, I think its market value right now, it is exactly 2,500.
Wow.
So
but for those of you who aren't into Pokemon cards or Pokemon, well, there's it's just a trading card thing. It's gambling for people who don't want to go to the casinos. I personally don't really go for I mean, like, it's cool to pull a rare card, but like ultimately I just like looking at the art.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really as into like collecting them. I just, go on TCG Player and find ones that have cool art and get those ones, and they're usually like less than $1, usually less than 10 cents each. I wonder if it's the same for other trading cards, because I'm not really involved in like like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or like baseball cards or anything like that.
I think it's way more intense for Pokemon cards right now. Like mainly in the last 2 years, the market for it has exploded. Like Costco sells like big box things of baseball cards too, but like those are always like there's always some there, but there's never Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
There's a lot more scalpers for Pokemon cards, I think. But Freedom asks, oh, y'all have a P.O. box, I assume?
We do.
We do, but we don't have it out publicly. It's mostly just for returns on our stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
we don't
Freedom
want
said,
to.
If you have a P.O. box, I'd love to send some cool stuff.
Oh, I mean, like, if you want to, like, shoot us an email, at info@flimpo.co, or our support email support@flimpo.co, and just go like, hey, it's me, Freedom, can I have the P.O. box address?
Yeah, we can give it to you directly.
Yeah. We just
it's
don't...
not like it's a like secret thing because like everyone who orders from our shop gets it with their orders, but like
we just don't want it to be like on a page that anyone can visit, so we don't get a bunch of junk.
Yeah, we don't want to get it to get scraped from like bots or anything online.
Yeah, but if you want the P.O. box address, the best, most consistent way to get our attention is email. So shoot us an email.
Yeah.
I'm almost done, by the way.
Okie dokie.
Freedom says, I completely understand because people will send phallic objects and such.
Too many phallic objects. When does a fella only needs so many phallic objects in their life?
Oh, I am Springhead asks, have any of you worked on a famous animation project?
A famous animation project?
Not really. The closest that I've worked on is that I did some cleanup help for the Apex Legends trailer for like this event that was directed by Giancarlo. Was it?
Giancarlo Volpe?
Yeah, Giancarlo Volpe directed. I don't know if this is still true, but I know for a while he was using it. The shot that I cleaned up the shot I cleaned up is his, like a screenshot of it is his Twitter banner.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I mean, the thing about Studio Flimpo is that as much of a presence we have online, we are still relative newcomers.
Yeah.
We've only been out of college for like 2 years. So we have a whole career ahead of us. But we would love to be on any number of big projects.
Mm-hmm.
It's early days.
Okay, printing now.
Okay. Milo's printing all the addresses so that they can dox every single person who's ordered something from us.
It's true.
It's true.
I'm like, just going back to Pokemon very briefly.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, it's been crazy that like the Pokemon Center, like every time there's a new merch drop, like stuff like sells out instantly.
Yeah.
Like even like for pre-orders, like,
I mean,
it'll
it's
be unavailable the day it comes out.
Is Pokemon? I can't remember if like what rank it is in terms of biggest franchises in the world. I think it's very high up there.
Yeah, it's very, very up there. I mean, obviously it's especially true for the card products, but it's honestly, like, there was a bundle thing that they announced, like, recently, that was like, oh, it's like a mystery box, and it would have, like, a figurine, and, like, 2 plush, and, like, some cards, some other, like, trading card accessories and stuff, for, like, $50, and I was like, whoa, that's, like, a great deal. I'm interested in getting this. But it was already, they opened pre-orders, unavailable.
Wow.
Already. And I'm like, if it's for pre-orders, why are you making it unavailable? Like, it already exceeded your possible output as the Pokemon company?
I mean, it's totally possible. I think the reason is because you don't want people who will eventually be scalpers to order, like, an unlimited amount of...
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's limited to one per cost. It's like...
There's probably ways around that. But, I mean, you know, working in order fulfillment, there is even if you are like a huge, super massive company, there's still a limit to what you can feasibly do.
Yeah. It's still messed up how quickly it like sold out. Win says, also, guys, dudes, never regretting visiting your streams. They always make me go grab my tablet, draw, and chat with y'all, perhaps watching something.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, these I always say that these streams are great background noise, because, you know, it's just like, it serves a similar function to a podcast, you know, where you are sitting and have a sort of passive entertainment that keeps you company.
It's also like, I think it's kind of stems from like the same urge, like, or same desire as like why people will like work on things in like cafes and just like having like the background noise of hearing other people's conversations.
Yeah, there is something psychological about having other people present, whether they're actually there or virtually, that gets people in the mood to work.
I guess it's like relaxing. It makes you feel like, oh, like I don't have to be on edge or anything, or like I can like just focus on this thing. I don't have to split my attention.
Wow, we got a bunch of new labels printed.
A whole bunch.
Wow, Milo returns.
Hello, Milo.
We got, so this is 43 new packages, and these are packages that have shirts or tote bags or both, but they don't have posters of any kind. So that means we can put any, that means we can use the small poly mailers, which are here.
Great.
Freedom says they're back.
Yay. So what I think we should do for if there's print stuff that's included in this, we have these what are they? We have these smaller plastic sleeves we can put in a backing in there and then put whatever print stuff they have in.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. That's a good idea. Cool.
Because we don't have a backing small enough for like
No.
these card sleeves, but
No, we don't. No, we don't. I guess no time like the freaking present.
yeah, let's get started.
Let's freaking go.
Let's get it started in here.
Actually, wait. What I will probably do, I'm gonna put these packages. Actually, you might need to help me with this.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put these packages over there so that we can use this box for our
Poly mailer.
yeah, just
packages.
don't show the labels.
You're fine. You're like above the camera.
Okay, cool. The medium ones, they might have to go in another box. Because all the other boxes we have are full. We have so many orders, you guys.
So many boxes.
So many boxes. I guess the medium boxes can just, the medium ones can just go in on top of the small ones here. Yeah, just like.
I saw there were a couple spare medium ones. Just around. What were those for? Those two.
These are just mediums. There was no medium box.
Sweden guy says, I feel alone. Where is everybody?
We're not going anywhere. We're still here. Hi.
Mandelbrot Hall.
Hi. Oh, there's still more.
Yeah, I couldn't carry all of them.
Okay. Oh, you got the rest?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That means I can make sure that no one is
feels
alone. No one's alone.
Yeah.
No one deserves to be forgotten. No one deserves
No,
to
that's enough.
be-
That's enough copyright.
Oh yeah, right. We'll get copyright struck.
I don't want to risk it.
Milo just sings it so well.
Yeah.
You can barely tell it's a song. It's not a recording. All right. So a lot of these are just like one item because it's just like the shirt.
Okay.
Lisa Toy Club says, we just hung up our poster.
Yay! I'm so glad. Not a lot of people have been like posting their spreads or whatever. Just because I don't think we incentivize people to do that in any way.
There was no.
So like we don't really know if stuff has like arrived unless the USPS has arrived, and that's not always reliable. And to be clear, the USPS has said that like our packages have arrived. So like
It's not like we don't know.
yeah, when we did get our returns to sender, it was like out of 400 there was only like 20 something that came back, which is a really good percentage. But yeah, first one, just a large Jackie shirt.
Okay. Just double check the size every time you put one in.
Large. Yeah. Should I put this in? No, I guess not.
Lisa Toy Club says, yay, I'll post mine soon. I'll tag you when I do.
Thank you.
Awesome.
That's very nice of you. Okay. We might have to rearrange the system here. Because the shirts are over there.
Yeah. I can be the one to well, let's...
I guess if I move this...
The screen
here,
Yeah,
over
just
here.
move that there. Swap places.
let me just put the labels, like, off camera for a moment. Whoa!
Right.
Sweden guy says, what are your favorite musicals? Emphasis on Milo, because it feels like they are the most passionate about musicals.
So you're gonna... This is actually crazy, but I'm, like, not.
It's definitely Reed.
It's 100% Reed. Reed was a theater
I'm the only
kid.
theater kid in this group, believe it or not.
Yeah. I mean, I do love a good musical,
Yeah.
but I don't know as many music. I did not know...
I'm more of a modern musical fan, unfortunately.
I didn't know who
But-
Stephen Sondheim was until like 2 years ago.
No,
I-
I brought up Sweeney Todd to these two, and they just like looked at me blankly, and I was just like, "What the fuck? What world do you guys live in?"
Or wait, no, I guess I would take this there, and I can take the poly mailers, and I'll have them over there, and then you have the shirts, and there'll be some items that it
No,
will...
I'll just sit here. You give... You...
Oh, okay.
Guy says, "What? How?"
That's really funny.
Here,
Okay, so
you pack the shirts.
Are you
and I'll
rock
put the labels.
people?
Yes.
I actually love rock, so yes.
But I mean, my favorite musicals are Hades Town, Be More Chill, and Les Mis, which is like an interesting selection. It's I think a non-standard selection of favorites.
Mine's Hadestown and Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I like Les Mis.
Here, I'll take
I think Hadestown is really good. The first musicals I watched were Cats and Phantom of the Opera.
crazy stuff.
Phantom was my first.
Recently, I watched Cabaret, which I thought was good. I also like Grease. I think it's fun.
You're the one that I want!
I actually haven't seen Grease.
Wow.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's like a crazy.
The movie's fun because
the movie's pretty
the
good.
movie's like interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Be More Chill is like an interesting one for me because I was like involved in like some of the revival stuff
yeah.
as like an artist.
Studio-
When I was like 16. So
Studio Flimpo also made a lyric video for Joe Iconis.
It's true.
That's cool.
mine are Les Mis and Matilda, but I'm kind of biased because it was the first one I saw.
You want me to put the...
I have also seen Matilda.
There.
Okay.
I saw the Matilda Broadway.
Yay.
In like 2013, and Les Mis is one of my faves
Another large
as
shirt.
well because it was like my favorite musical that I was in. I played Grantaire. I think I played technically a couple parts, but like Grantaire was the main one.
It's school plays are so funny because you've got to play like 4 different parts sometimes.
Yeah, but Les Mis in particular, it's like there's a lot of characters that show up early in the musical that don't show up again, so it's easy to just like double up. Like they don't overlap.
There you go.
Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo says, I'm doing the musical as Beetlejuice.
Yay!
Beetlejuice, that is like a very cool part.
I feel
It's
like
hard on your voice though.
I feel like if I was ever a theater kid, Beetlejuice would be like my dream role. Because like I feel like that I would be able to play a decent Beetlejuice. Because I'm like I look strange at first glance and I can do a deep growly voice.
I showed Beetlejuice the original movie to our friend Sam like a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now I really want to show him the musical.
Another large shirt.
Probably.
Where's this going to?
Show him the slime.
Singapore!
Singapore! Actually, it is going to Singapore, because that's how it's said on the USPS postage, because it's a town and a country. Or I guess a city and a country. There's towns in Singapore.
Bro says the only musical I have been in was Annie, and I was Annie. I was 7.
One of my friends, the longest friends I've ever had, like literally since preschool, also played Annie. But specifically in the Broadway run, which is crazy.
Wow.
She's no longer a Broadway actress, but she also played Little Red Riding Hood in Into the Woods. Her name's Lilla Crawford. And she's super, super cool. Lilla, if you're out there watching this stream for some reason, we should hang out again.
I've been in... The musicals I've been in have been Sweeney Todd, Into the Woods, Les Mis, and Cabaret.
Cabaret.
I've never been a lead role in a musical. But I've had featured part, or like I was
a tote bag
I
and
was
a Weiss card.
Herr Schultz in Cabaret,
I'll roll for the Weiss card.
which has a music solo, or like there's a solo song. So
Weiss
There's
carte
that.
régulière. Oh wait, didn't we want to do a... If it's a...
Yeah, I mean, okay. So for single cards, do we want to put in a big backing? Do you think that would be the best move? Because
I guess? I mean, my only other option would be, like, use a small backing, but, like, card size. But I don't think
let me see how difficult it is to cut.
Okay. I'll talk with the rest of the chat in the meantime.
going back to what brought up the musical question first, is Dear Evan Hansen. Like
I did
Well,
actually
Dear
see
Evan
Dear Evan
Hansen-
Hansen, like, the original cast live.
I didn't see it the entire original cast, but I did see a
Ben
lot
Platt
of
and
the
everything.
original. I did not see it with Ben Platt.
The funny thing about Ben Platt playing Evan Hansen is that, like, we laugh now because the movie came out and he looked horrible
Well,
in
it's
the
because they
movie.
tried to style him like.
He was great in the musical because, like, he's so far away you can't see him.
Yeah.
But, like,
It's also like it was like 3 years since like.
more than that.
Yeah, it was like many. It was like 3 or 4 years.
I mean, the crazy thing is he's not like old. Also, he's
No,
just
he's-
way too old to play a high
Yeah,
schooler
he's
in a
his
movie.
20s, or
Yeah,
like 20.
he's in his-
I think he might be 30.
He might be 30 now, but like, yeah, wow.
My opinion on Dear Evan Hansen is that I like it, and I think that the strongest part about it is the relationships between the kids and their parents. Like
I think
the
it would be too hard
complicated
to cut.
feelings.
Too hard to cut
Yeah, so
Okay.
just put them in the big
in
thing.
the big thing.
Yeah.
Put them in the big thing.
But-
Where is the big thing?
Here.
But I do have mixed feelings about it, and I think that it like could have been a lot better. Had they
Yeah.
like picked like what they wanted the main like takeaway from it to be.
Yeah,
Like
this is so funny to like frame a Weiss card in the middle.
Hold on.
What?
I'm getting the proper sized backings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like
The mental health messaging around it is like very interesting. It's like, I think one of the more forced parts about it, considering like one of like the main mentally ill like one of the big mentally ill characters in it, it only exists as like a catalyst for the events of the musical, and like is never like actually himself.
He barely has a fighting
as a song,
chance. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think it would have been pretty cool if it was more of a thing of like.
Does this make sense?
Sure.
Two people who are very different from each other coming together and like becoming friends of circumstance.
I guess it could also be used as like a way to keep the bag like straight. This feels so strange, but I don't know what else there'd be. Like, there's probably card backing somewhere.
Yeah, that's small enough.
Yeah, like online, but too late now, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
We have a surprising amount of musical theater talent in the Mandelbrot Hall cast.
It's true. Sushi.
Maisie. Day has experience as well. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm just gonna fold it over, sandwich style.
Yeah.
Actually, hot dog style.
I think that's good.
I think that's fine. And it feels so good to be just a little bit bad.
Okay.
Everyone around.
Rose says, "Oh, I somehow had no lines as Annie." And so you're like, how does that even work?
How does that work? Annie is the main role.
Rose says, I have no idea. I was very upset. I would be too.
So for the song where it's like the sun will come out tomorrow, you're just like. That's so weird. That's such a strange thing to do.
Lisa Toy Club says those bags are so cute.
Oh, the
tote bags?
Tote bags? I'm assuming so, and not
Yeah.
these ones. The black poly mailers.
The black poly. Yay, so cute. Yeah. I think it'd be fun to have a musical episode of Mandelbrot Hall. That's been said before, but I need to say it again because I think it would be very fun.
Even if it's not canon.
Even if it's not canon.
Yeah.
Especially if it is canon. What's next?
I heard
A tote bag and a Weiss card.
Tote bag and a Weiss card?
Tricks of Loki says, I heard one of the Derevan Hansen songs before learning what the musical was actually about, and for some reason got it in my head that Connor was a ghost following Evan around. Little sad that's not the case.
If the song you're talking about is Sincerely Me, I understand, like, where you're coming from.
I mean, I know a lot of people that, like, listened to it and thought that it was just, like, gay.
Yeah. Also, again, if you listen to Sincerely Me, that's sort of just a conclusion that you can reach naturally.
I think that it would have been a better musical if they were just actually friends, and that they're like the climax. Like I get that the whole thing was inspired by like the guys who made it. Like they were like, oh, that like how everyone like claimed to have known someone after they had passed away.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like that. I don't know. If you wanted to do one that's about like mental health messaging, like positive mental health messaging.
Yeah. Packing up 4 doors, packing up 4
Freedom says, can y'all explain what exactly canon means?
So cannon is a thing that shoots big metal balls.
Sometimes they're on pirate ships.
Sometimes they're on pirate ships. Sometimes the really old ones are sitting on the beach. Like of historical towns where they have them and you can look at them. Sometimes they're used as instruments in very dramatic songs.
So, canon, you know, the funny thing about the word canon is that it actually comes from the Bible, from like a biblical context.
Yeah.
Because canon was essentially like things that are in the scripture that are like official. Like these are the official, real tenets of the Bible, like that happened.
So yeah.
So colloquially, it's just stuff that is officially like part of the continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they are like true to the within the universe of the media.
Yeah.
But and non-canon is just like it might happen like as like it can be like a dream or something. Like it didn't act like the events technically are shown in the show, but they didn't really happen.
Yeah. It came to be in
XL
the
shirt.
Oh, okay. That's down here. Check the size. Yeah.
Great.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Cool. That's so easy. I can do that with my
XL
eyes
shirt.
closed.
Do it with your eyes open.
I'll do it with my eyes like medium.
Do it with one eye closed and one eye open.
My depth perception has gotten considerably worse.
Freedom says, I was thinking so from context clues, but just wanted to make sure. I turned 30 last month, I gotta keep hitting Giggy with it. Yeah, don't worry. It's funny because canon is actually one of those terms that it's like, I feel like a lot of people, if you're like over like 50, you probably understand the word canon, just not in that context. Like, or like, but if like if you say something is canon, like that, they would kind of understand it. It's like a weird, like, there's kind of like a little like dip in between where it's not as understood.
Yeah. Cleaning up the stuff that was on the desk.
12 Pisces 12 says, it's interesting that canon gets used in fandom spaces. I think it makes sense though. Like,
you know, I feel like a lot of biblical and cultural elements of our modern day come from the Bible.
I mean, yeah, in general.
Another XL shirt.
Okay, cool.
It's also just a good, like, when talking about a piece of media, like, it's good to have a term that, like, refers to, like, these are things that actually happen in the media versus things that I've kind of, like, speculated about or made up.
And the things that you see in visions, of course. Come on.
I mean, I think a handy way to think about it is, like, you will have the plot of a TV show, but the advertisers want to use the characters in some sort of promotional material that doesn't actually happen in the show, and doesn't happen in the world of the show, but uses the same characters. That would be something that's non-canon.
Yeah.
Like that one Breaking Bad commercial that's not actually Breaking Bad, it's popcorn.
Yeah.
Like they're like, I actually haven't seen it, but it's like, Jesse, we have to cook popcorn, and then they cook popcorn, and they're like, yummy. I'm assuming that's what happens.
Yeah,
in the
that's what
ad.
happens.
That is okay. Cool. Whoop. Whoopa. Whoopa. Actually, we need more thank you cards.
Okay. It is funny to think about, like, using other, like, fandom-related terms. Oh, there's, like, someone in chat that is...
What?
They are.
They are.
There was just a bot. Hang on.
Moderation application link should be somewhere also, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know if Reed sent that.
I got it. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Lanyard, tote bag, and Jackie.
But yeah, we haven't mentioned it. It's pinned in both the YouTube and Twitch chats. But we have a link for people to apply to be a moderator for Twitch. But yeah, as I was saying, it's interesting to like take more fandom-based
Here, if you give me the language
iterations of the word canon, like things like fanon or headcanon, and then think about that in the biblical context, like that, like there is like the fanon of like the hell, because hell is technically fanon.
You'll have to explain what fanon is.
Because fanon is basically
fanon is
like,
a portmanteau of fan and canon.
So it's like things that the fan base generally consider to be true, but is not actually confirmed in the source material.
Yeah.
Like hell is not actually in any like in the New Testament. Like,
Gehenna is a
directly.
hill in Jerusalem that sucked. They put dead people there. That's so funny. When you die, you go to the hill that sucks. Okay, and the lanyard is the lanyard,
this
that
doesn't really need to be straight.
yeah, this can just go loose, foot loose, come on your fucking foot loose, feet, feet. Dance
So
on
Loki
your
is going to go
fucking feet.
touch grass. Have fun.
Have fun touching grass.
Yeah, have fun touching grass.
I like and whenever we say touch grass in a video, there's like a percentage of people that go, no. And I'm
It's
like,
just like,
why? Yeah, exactly.
Touching grass is like good.
You're not quirky. Go outside. Your mom was right. Also, it's like, especially if you're an artist, like low-key, where do you think the stories come from?
Yeah.
Oh, they come from inside my brain. Where does your life experiences get
Also-
processed in?
Also,
Linear and
genuinely,
Pythagorean.
like, this is probably one of the biggest things that I've like learned that I've probably like learned in like the last few years of my life as like a young adult is just like going outside. You won't like if you stay inside all the time, you're gonna start feeling bad, and you won't know that staying inside is what's making you feel bad until you leave.
Yeah, you'll just be like, oh, I guess I'm not worth it. And then you go outside and you're like, wait a minute, never mind.
You'll be like inside all the time, and you'll be
My-
like, why do I feel like kind of bad?
My bad,
And then you
folks.
go
Just
outside
needed
and
to
you're
go
like,
for a cheeky
oh.
walk.
Yeah, just like think of yourself as any other animal. You need
Enrichment.
enrichment. You need various things in your life that are varied and stimulating.
You need
Yeah.
toys. You need to play toys. You need your slop. You need your friends.
And video games are like, or whatever activities that you do indoors are not always enough. You kind of have to have a variety of activities.
Yeah, I mean, you can still do those too, but like, it
Yeah,
should be
just-
part of your
just
variety.
be part of a healthy, balanced life.
Breakfast.
Freedom says, and if you don't believe that, science says you literally need vitamin D. Lol.
True. Take your vitamin D supplements, everyone. It's
Especially if you're in like the northern hemisphere, like
Lanyard,
higher up
back.
northern hemisphere.
trading card.
Looking at you, Sweden guy.
Yeah.
I'm not accusing you of being vitamin D deficient. I'm just saying that Sweden is very high up.
Yeah, go in front of your like happy lamp.
It's your sad light. Sad light. Happy lamp.
Happy lamp.
Happy lampy.
One of the worst things about growing up, like, this is exaggerated. One of the worst things about growing up, like, as a teenager, being like depressed and stuff, and like having your parents like constantly telling you, like, you need to be working out, you need to go outside, you'll feel better, like that'll help. And you'd be like, that's not it, Mom. It's like it's more than that. But then like as an adult, you like start doing those things, and it does feel better, and you're like, fuck.
I know. You're like, wait.
Like, it's
this
not-
is fire.
It's not getting rid of the problem, but it is helping.
Yeah. It definitely, like, go exercising regularly will not cure your depression,
But it will help.
but it will help. Cool. Okay, I've got the bag in here. The lanyard as well. There we go. And the cards after that.
Sweden guy says, well, it gets dark at like 5 p.m. now here.
Ugh,
Ugh.
I do not miss that. When I was living in Scotland, I did not miss when it was like 4:30 and it was like dark outside. I'm like, bro, I'm not done yet.
Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo says, in Vancouver, I believe there's more people who are depressed because of the less sun or something.
No,
Yeah.
that's true. That happens in places that get less sunlight.
Yeah. It's
Um,
seasonal depression. I mean, our bodies don't like being in the dark all the time.
It sucks. We like being in light. Like sunlight.
A lot of the time, it is very nice to be in the dark, but you also need to have that balance with going into the light.
It's almost like this is a Taoist concept that has been like pondered 5,000 years ago. Okie dokie.
Next.
I'll check mark that. Woo!
Sunflower charm, large shirt, and a tote bag.
Large shirt. Tote bag. This is our first order that has a shirt and a... No, it's not. Not even close. It's large.
Rose says England in winter isn't very fun.
It's really bad. It's why my dad moved out twice. Of the UK, that is. Not, like, of our house. That's it! I'm leaving! That's funny.
It sucks because I'm like, I prefer the kind of weather that we're having right around now. Like, this is like my preferred temperature, generally. But, like, I just know that, like, the darkness is coming. And it's going to make me sad.
It's gonna suck, bro. It's gonna suck.
I get, like, a little boost of serotonin before the darkness comes in from, like, the weather.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Oh, never gonna
get me down. I get knocked down. They were playing that song at the deli today.
That's true.
Ren was at the deli also. And the charm. They were playing Chubbawamba Thump Thumping. And then immediately afterwards they played like... what was it? They played the cover of Country Roads that's like done by one of those pop country guys, but he like didn't get the words. He's like, Country Road, take me home to the place I belong. Country Road, take me home. I'm like, first of all, West Virginia, comma, Mountain Mama. That's the lyrics. Why are you changing them? You're not better than this song. And then afterwards it played A, B, C, D, E, F, U by Gale, and then that's when we left. Not because that was like our last straw, because the food was done and we
Sandwich.
left. His last name is Sandland.
Reed Sandwich.
Reed
okay.
Sandwich.
Large shirt and a tote bag and a charm.
Large shirt, tote bag, and a charm.
Rose says, I moved from South Africa, very sunny, to England, very wet and cloudy.
Ooh.
That's a hemisphere swap too. So your cycle's all thrown for a loop. Like, you know, if you moved in the summer in South Africa, you'd be moving straight into an England winter, and I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. Could you imagine, like, the sun is out, you know, great, and you're like, oh, but now I'm gonna leave home.
Maybe it was really hot though, and so it was nice to get like it like blue.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's always good to have someone like you to see the bright side of things, Reed. Closing these polymailers is always so like precarious because they crumple in like strange and interesting ways.
You guys, well, even I know the lyrics of Country Roads, and I don't even live anywhere close to West Virginia.
Yeah, and this guy lived way closer to West Virginia than you. So he had really no excuse. Here you go.
What's this person's name?
Martin Caballero says, hey, I just started a studio in Sweden. Do you have any advice for how to get financed projects?
I know
like
a guy.
like Patreon and stuff?
I mean, Patreon's good. Growing, if you're looking to get support from your audience, we actually made a video about this recently.
Yeah.
If you check out our second most recent video, which shows
one of them, yeah.
Some of the ways that indie creators fund their stuff. Patreon's good. If you have a specific project or like something you're working on, then do you know, like a crowdfund thing.
The cheat code is make something that's really simple to make, but the character is very marketable, and then make merchandise of that character.
That's true.
That's like the cheat code.
You should also apply for grants.
Yeah, you got those because you're not in the United States.
Yeah, you're in Sweden, so you can find that there.
Man, screw
Europe has a lot more public funding.
Lanyard, tote bag, iris card.
Okay. Iris card. We might need new penny sleeves soon.
We have some.
Yay.
Martian Girl Things has arrived. I have not walked in today nor yesterday.
It's one of those days.
It's one of those days.
Yeah.
I love saying it's just one of those days.
It's just one of those
days every day.
Rose says, I arrived in England during one of the hottest days since 1972, so it was okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's truth. Like, summers in the UK have been getting hotter and they don't know what to do. Because, like,
Yeah.
it's not
they
like...
need to just
Well,
install
they don't have-
AC.
No, they don't. The European continent hasn't gotten to that yet. They don't really understand air conditioning yet.
They,
But
they need to get AC. They have AC, like portable AC units.
They do.
Like,
Well, the thing is like, people like to make fun of the UK because, like, oh, it was hot and, like, people were, like, getting heat stroke and really struggling. But, like, it's really humid over there, and all of the houses are built so that they don't lose a single degree of heat.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
like,
that's why it's like they need to get AC. Like, it's
Yeah.
like the real, like,
It's true.
because unfortunately, probably not gonna have like the actual root causes of why it's getting hot there are not do not seem to be getting addressed.
No.
Oh, but I was gonna say about like hemispheres is it's something that I think is like fucked up is that there are like fjords in South America. On like the southern tip of South America is like
Fjords.
is
Yeah.
like the western coast of it is like
Mhm.
is literally fjords,
Sure,
and I'm
sure.
like, what is like that's it? Like I just never even like thought about that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like it's like same sort of climate zone as like Sweden.
Yeah, so of course there'd be fjords.
Yeah.
It's just kind of cool.
It's just the other direction.
The other direction of
Gandalf Gandalf said, "Hello, I heard something about Sweden."
Wow,
We got a lot of Swedes.
we got a lot of Swedes
That might
here.
be Sweden guy hopping over to YouTube.
Oh, it might be. I remember Sweden guy and Gandalf being one and the same. Unless it's a coincidence. That would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sweden guys heard Sweden and was like, "What am I hearing? I gotta hop on YouTube real quick." I've got a Swedish surname.
You do. Swedish
Sandlund.
Sandlund.
Lanyard, tote bag, Iris trading card.
Lanyard, tote bag, Irish trading card. Okay.
It is Sweden guy. Gandalf is in fact Sweden guy.
Okay. Thanks, Sweden guy. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you.
There you go.
Oh wow, we packed a lot of these.
Yeah.
They're actually thick, so it just stacks up really high, and I think there's more of them.
You're like that image of
The fucking the kid that's like
kid pointing towards the glass that's
skinnier.
skinny and tall versus the glass that's short and squat, and you're like, which one is more?
That one's so fun. That one's such a banger to use whenever the Republicans talk about, like, how come we didn't win more votes when the map looked like this. And it's just
Yeah.
like every county and it's red, and I'm like, bro, that's
That's land. That's not
land.
people.
Yeah. Land doesn't vote.
I mean, in the U.S. it kind of does.
Yeah, the Electoral College.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oopsie. Roopsie.
Should I get a new one? Probably.
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh, my mom sent me like an article last night. It was like that the Republican House rep for like my parents' area like did like bare minimum. This is like a very bare minimum thing, but he came out like and was like, "Hey, trans people are not our enemies nor a threat."
And everyone's like,
which is
whoa, dude.
Unheard of for
Radical.
Republicans. Like that, it was like being reported like he broke ranks to do
Wow.
that. And I'm like,
What a radical
Oh, wow.
and
He's
world
so
shattering
brave.
stance. I know. These people who have literally done nothing are not our enemy, and they are not a threat.
Gee, thanks.
Wow. That's crazy.
and they like we need to support them, but like, and I'm like, cool. Like this, I'm
It's so
cool that
funny.
you're saying this now. You did vote in favor of like banning like trans kids from competing in sports. So
the way that like right-wing people like say things that are in favor of like queer or trans rights is so funny because it's always such a backhanded thing where the best you get is usually like, I don't care as long as you're not hurting anybody, which is like, okay, you can say that about a lot of things. But I like the ones that are like, I don't care what the hell I don't care if you're a freak. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not. But like, I'm glad that you don't care though.
We got a comment on YouTube on one of our recent videos.
What's the backlist on this? It's everything. Lanyard.
That started with something transphobic and then ended with nice animations though. And I was like, all right.
Wait, hold on.
Thanks, man.
It was crazy. It was like, what was it started? It was like
it was something directed at you.
Yeah, it was like, I don't like seeing this freak on my screen, but nice animations. It was like, we got another one today that was like, this thing is so gay.
I saw you liked that comment.
I did, because like this thing is so gay. I did like that comment.
Sometimes it's just like...
Sometimes homophobes
you just have to laugh at people being, like, hateful.
Sometimes homophobes say things that I'm like, okay!
Yeah.
Oh my god, word!
Period!
Period, exactly. They're like,
They say shit as an insult that they don't even realize.
Yeah, they're like, you have the least amount of testosterone as any person I've ever seen. And I'm like, thank you! Oh my god! Do you know how expensive laser hair removal is? I'm really fucking glad somebody noticed.
Okay, we need a 2XL shirt, a tote bag, and a sunflower charm.
2XL, that's, I think, in
the box?
It's in the box, I think. Or it's in one of these. I'll have to meander.
Okay.
Martian Girl says, this whole week I was daydreaming what would happen if a bunch of cosplayers after a convention went to a protest and did silly things. And of course, protest.
I honestly, it's really hard to say
It
that a
depends
group
on
of
what the
cosplayers are a threat. Especially if they're dressed as something stupid.
Yeah, it really depends on what they're cosplaying.
Yeah.
There's definitely people that do show up in cosplay, or like cosplayers who do show up at protests in cosplay.
Yes.
Because it's also like,
okay, I'm gonna have to get.
It is also good in some cases to for protecting your identity.
Yes. But you didn't hear this from us. We don't go to protests. I might have to sift through some of these.
Okay.
This is a medium.
Sweden guy's like, well, wouldn't that be like the Portland Frog guy?
The Portland Frog guy?
I'm not sure I'm familiar.
Yeah. Do I want to be familiar?
I might be. I might just be forgetting what you're talking about.
Ugh.
I have all these plastic scraps that are sticking to my hands.
Oh, it's so hard to get things from this box. Hold on.
Do you want to just do this order later?
Maybe?
I can just put it aside.
Okay.
Multiplying protest frogs.
Oh, wow. Reed just showed me a picture on his phone.
Guys in inflatable frog costumes and
I'll put this, like, here.
Okay. Yeah.
So we can do that later.
Alright.
There's another 2XL shirt here. So.
God dang it.
Sweden guy says, I feel alone on here. I think in Twitch chat.
Oh.
Is there only one viewer on Twitch and it's just Sweden guy?
IDK. Let's see.
We gotta say things that are more controversial that'll make...
That make people
There's
show
8
up on
people.
Well, I mean, they're probably just lurking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's say something controversial that'll get the chat.
Freedom says, excuse me? I'm here.
Let's say something controversial that'll get the Twitch chat talking.
Okay. Okay. So, let me put this stuff back.
We should talk about some of the latest Twitch drama, like Hassan.
I think it'd be
Hassan's
really...
dog.
Hassan's dog? Oh my god.
Bro, people are like, Hassan has a shock collar.
It was just like, no, his dog caught her nail on the bed
Yeah.
and yelped.
Which happened.
Did you see that Ethan Klein tried to, like, disprove... Like, tried to show, like, oh, it's totally a shock collar, even if Hassan showed it and there's no shock collar prongs, because look, I have a shock collar and you can take the prongs off really easily. And then he tried to take the prongs off and they couldn't come off and he still posted it. And I'm like, bro! That's like such a fumble!
I like
Like, what do you...
the other funny thing about that is just like Kaya
He
has
said
really
XL?
Kaya has really thick fur, so like a shock collar wouldn't work.
No, it wouldn't.
Like,
Kaya is a great name for a dog.
mhm.
I'm thinking of Kaya toast, which is like the coconut toast with like the egg. That it's like an Indonesian breakfast sort of thing. I think there's an art to naming a dog. Cause like
My dog's name was Fred.
I cannot tell. Growing up in the San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles, I cannot tell you how many small white rug-looking dogs I saw that were named Coco. I'm like, what the? Try again. Try again. And a Jackie trading card that's going to next. Okay.
Maybe in the future we'll have a better system for putting trading cards in with a backing, but
This was very. Whoops.
Freedom says I was actually very interested in your trans conversation.
In the just like in general.
Like the conversation we were having, like listening in the background. They were listening in the background.
Oh, that's cool. Well, thank you. Let's talk about transness. That's controversial for Twitch, but not at all.
I mean, unironically.
I think that being any gender is awesome. Oh, except neopronouns. Neopronouns are stupid. No, they're actually even more awesome. But he and lesbians are so... No, they're sick as hell. Dude, you never need a wrench or like a ladder. You call a him lesbian.
Yeah, the controversial take is just like let people use like labels only matter as much as you let them. Like they don't really need to mean much.
Yeah.
Like,
That's less of like it's not. We're not policing actions. We're policing like self-identifiers. Like if you want to call yourself a sparkle dog.
oh. Did you put the label on already? No, I did. I didn't. Okay.
Yeah,
So we're fine.
we're fine. We'll tear it off.
Abortion Girl says all of my dogs are named after Finding Nemo characters.
Oh.
Like Nemo and the shark from Nemo. That's the two characters. And Nemo's dad.
Nemo's dad.
And Ellen DeGeneres. These are the characters from Finding Nemo. Okay.
Letters from Cleo says, what's the best cat name?
The best cat name is the one that you give.
I still think Maisie's a really good cat name.
I think Maisie is a great cat name for our tortoiseshell cat. And there's proof because I have seen other tortoiseshell cats that are also named Maisie. People saw that and they were like, that's Maisie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweden guy says, I don't understand he/him lesbians. Can somebody explain?
Ask a he/him lesbian,
We're
bro.
not the best people, like, because none of
Yeah,
us are.
None of
he/him
us
lesbians.
are that. The simplest way I can put it is that people sometimes use pronouns like putting on clothes, and sometimes they like ones that are one fashion or another, and that's it.
Yeah.
Sometimes people like certain pronoun usage that doesn't necessarily have to align directly with their gender identity. Or like it doesn't have to line up with their gender presentation specifically.
Yeah.
The best way I understand it is like, I mean, you can look up
Stonebush Blues.
Blues.
Leslie Feinberg.
Leslie Feinberg.
Yeah. That's actually, like, that's maybe the best source material of, like, if you want to understand better, like, how historically lesbianism and transness are very intertwined.
For a long time, the transmasculine community was just part of the lesbian community, and that's, I think, a lot of where that stems from.
Yeah.
It's like historic. There's like a lot of historical basis for it.
Much in the same way that a lot of trans women are historically associated with the gay male community.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other
Large
can of
shirt.
worms. Large shirt! Large shirt!
Genders like not like it isn't like a binary thing. It's not.
Gender's like pizza. You can make it however you want as long as it makes the Italians mad. That's a new one. But yeah. I run in some circles where there's a lot of Therians, and like otherkin and stuff who are like, Rarf, I'm a dog, but like for real. And I have a physical form, but like it would be really cool if I was a dog. And I basically am a dog. I think that's cool as hell. I don't care what anyone says. People are like, you're a grown-ass man. And I'm like, you can be a grown-ass man and still be a dog. It's cool.
Bobby Dean says, I'm new here, love to see animators. What pronouns do y'all like being addressed with? Sorry, I wasn't aware one of you or all were trans. Ayo, either way.
All three of us, baby.
Yeah, we are all three of us are some flavor of trans.
We're trans enough to not be, well, Ren's cis.
I am.
Well,
are you?
Ren is non-binary.
Ren is cis.
I use they them pronouns.
We just joke that Ren is cis non-binary because, like, they've literally been, like, kind of treated as, like, not a boy or a girl, like, their entire life.
Yeah.
It's true.
Just cis non-binary. That's it.
I read behind the camera, am a trans man. And Milo.
I'm some other shit. I'm two dogs in a costume. I'm a hive of bees. I use they them pronouns primarily, but people use she her way more for me, and I don't even have to ask. So I'm cool with either of those, to be honest. They them or she her. And honestly, he him is funny in context where it's a joke, but not like when they mean it. Like, he, him when I have to lift furniture.
Freedom asked, did y'all meet in college?
Yeah!
Sure did.
The School of Virgin Artists!
Super Virgin Academy!
Super Virgin Academy!
We went to a school called SVA.
Which stands for Super Virgin Academy of Arts in New York City.
Large shirt, lanyard, sunflower charm, trading card jacket.
I think, hold on, I don't think this is a large shirt. This is a 4XL. I think there's more. Goodness gracious, not the box again!
Oh, you have to go back in the box?
Well, maybe not, hold on. Let me, nope, that's mediums. What is these? Extra large? That's extra small. Okay.
Sonica is in chat. It says, my man Laos Tudon from Dungeon Meshi is basically a dog, and he is beloved by all.
True!
Oh.
I think it's pronounced Laos also.
Laos.
Yeah. What was it? Large?
Yeah, large.
This is a large.
I think Ren and I have both been out for like the same amount of time.
Yeah. Since what year? 2015
early
or so?
Early mid 2015.
Yeah.
I've been in the hills.
Milo's been like in like the
I've been in the dimension.
You've been in like the in-between space between like out and like not.
Yeah.
For,
I'm
like,
out
years.
I'm like out to like most family and friends, but I don't like say it to a lot of people. And also, if people read me as male, I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. And I haven't changed any of my like government ID stuff because of current like everything.
Yeah, I changed my government ID before stuff happened. So I'm all set.
I'm whenever I'm at the airport, I just have to be ready to be like at TSA. More often than not now, I get pulled aside for a pat down because they clicked the wrong button at the scanner.
Yeah, that happened for a while for me before, like after I had socially transitioned but had not yet started testosterone. Actually, yeah, up until like I got top surgery and then it stopped happening.
Well, the crazy thing is, and then like, because you get, so for those of you that don't know, for the cisgendered upon us, Among Us.
Among Us.
So for the cisgendered Among Us, at the airport, the TSA machine, the one that scans you, before you go in, the person on the other side presses a button that's either male or female, it's what they think you are, so that the machine can tell, like, what is foreign matter and what isn't. So that, like, you...
It gives, it, like, there's, like, a pre-programmed, like, amount of, like, matter density in different areas, depending on which gender they select.
Yeah.
So, like, there's more matter between the legs for, like, AMAB people, people who are, like, male, assigned male.
Yeah.
Or, like, more in the chest for assigned female.
So what happens is that I'm at the airport, and usually from, like, a distance... I try to present more masculine at the airport, but here's the shirt, by the way. Yeah. Like at the airport, I try to dress more masculine because obviously I'm like, okay, I was born male, so I should probably just try and like ride that way, especially at TSA. But what always happens is they press the female button, and then I scan through, and they're like, we need to step aside, and then they do the whole pat down. And what I do is I'm like, okay, sir. And they're like, you're good to go. And then I always, it's so funny. And like whenever I get closer, I tend not to shave a couple days before I go to the airport for the same reason. So
Freedom says, when you pass just a little too well, Olivia.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I remember one time at TSA, there were 2 agents at the gate, and one of them was talking about me, and they said he, and then I went through the gate, and the other one was talking about me, and they said she. Or maybe it was the other way around. I truly don't remember.
The amount of times that Ren experiences like
people switching
a hilarious
up, like,
amount of like public
second guessing.
Yeah.
There was one time recently where our neighbor across the street has a kid, and basically they had like one of those toy cars in the driveway that kids ride around in, and they were moving it, and the kid was like, "Why are you moving my car?" And the mother was like, "Oh, it's because I think she's pulling out." And then I was getting in my car, and I heard the kid yell, "He's a boy!" And then I closed the door, and I was like, well, okay.
I love how it wasn't like a question. It wasn't like he's a boy or she's a girl. It was like assertive about it, which is really
like
funny.
indignant on your behalf.
Yeah. His pronouns are he, him.
But that's as close as I get to passing as a non-binary person, which I'm very happy about.
It happens way more often than you would expect for it to happen.
No, you're just like
okay, I'm just gonna. I folded
androgynous.
some large shirts, but I'm just gonna like put these over here so that I just have them because I think large is pretty common.
Freedom, not even an I think he's a boy or a girl.
No.
Freedom, as a mom, kids don't give a shit, low-key.
They really don't. That's so true. They really don't. Kids are also androgynous as hell.
It's true. If you don't give a kid like
a gendered
haircut or clothes, you cannot tell.
People thought I was a girl all the time when I was a kid, because for a long time I had long hair like this. Shirt, card, lanyard, charm. My mom always tells the story because she thinks it's like the best story ever, especially now. She loved that I had long hair as like a baby or like as a toddler, I guess. But my dad was upset that people thought that I was a girl. He's chill with it now, by the way. But he was just like, I guess he just was like, you need to get our son's like haircut. And my mom was like, she was devastated because she really liked my long hair, and she was crying, at the baby cutting hair salon. And she wheeled me out in my stroller with my new haircut, and she was really sad. And another mom came up and said, "Oh my God, your daughter is the most beautiful kid I've ever seen. Like fresh cut, like low taper fade for babies or whatever. I just had." And my mom was considerably cheered up after that.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I don't know, I would just... it's giving girl.
Oliver Rice says, being transmasc is baffling. I've been mistaken as a middle schooler and asked if I was waiting for my husband within a couple months of each other.
That's so funny.
That is one of the perks of being transmasc, especially, is, sometimes, people, cannot tell what age you are.
Yeah, especially like if you're just starting to either like, are you 13 or 45?
Yeah. I was like lucky, like pre-T. I kind of just like seemed like a teenage boy, like a younger boy.
Yeah.
But like it is like such a weird thing. Like how old you are depends on what gender they clock you as.
Yeah.
Like how old they clock you as depends on which gender they clock you as.
There was a post I saw, this doesn't even have to do with trans stuff. There was a post I saw on Twitter of someone who was like, oh, look at how I looked when I was 21, something or other. It was like an outfit or something.
Yeah.
And they legitimately looked like they were 14 or less. Like, they were like, people in the comments were going like, did you mean 12? Did you mean 12? And it's just crazy. People can have very different looks.
Yeah. Okay, lanyard.
Lanyard.
Freedom says, I have 3 sons and a middle one has long golden locks down to his butt and he gets, oh, she's so pretty or her hair is gorgeous all the time. Yep.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Oh shoot, I actually need to, I didn't realize the time. I need to do my Toon Boom meeting.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll have to wrap up here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much, yeah, we're in 5 minutes. It'll be 5.
Yeah.
So.
No break this time. We just went all the way through.
Yeah. All the...
I'll pack this last one, I guess.
Sonica says, shout out to my neighbor's low-key misogynistic dog who keeps sneezing in confusion because not even it could tell if I'm a guy or a gal.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Sweden guy says, Mad Libs first though, right?
I have to
We
go.
don't have time.
It's a tech support thing. I can't.
Yeah, there's a
anything.
scheduled call. We'll do it next week.
Yes.
I
Are you cool to?
can just pack this.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, Sweden guy.
If I don't see you guys before the end of the stream, bye-bye.
Bye, Milo. Say bye, Milo.
Bye, Milo. Wait, that's me.
Nat says, hello, LGBT people in my phone.
Hello, we are in your phone.
I've been thinking about doing a video just talking about being trans and specifically like transitioning as a teenager because like I am like one of the cases that like is constantly talked about as if it's like a super common occurrence even though there's like maybe 1,000 of us. So like yeah, like I came out when I was 13. I started testosterone when I was 15. And I got top surgery when I was 17. And that last one is like a rare thing, but like it's often blown out of proportion. Rose says, I would appreciate that video. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna make it. I was like thinking of making it closer.
Let me
Like,
close the door so that my talking won't go
Okay.
leak into audio.
But I was thinking about doing it earlier this year because I like back in May was like the 10th anniversary of when I came out.
Wow.
So
Time flies.
yeah, it's like it's very interesting having come out at the time that I did and
Well, it was,
transitioned then.
You know, right around when like gay marriage got legalized.
Yeah, literally that was like a month after I came out as trans, gay marriage was legalized.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was like the year after Caitlyn Jenner came out, and like so there was more like it was just like the beginning of like the public starting to like pay attention to trans stuff.
Yeah, it was interesting because yeah, I mean, being non-binary especially, it was during a time where like people weren't really aware of pronoun usage regarding like gender identity. So I didn't really like, that wasn't a big part of my coming out, like going like, oh, these are my pronouns now. It was more just like, hey, I am not a boy or a girl. This is what you should call me. And that was kind of it. The pronouns didn't matter so much, and it's sort of like interesting to see how the landscape has shifted.
Rose says gay marriage was only legalized in 2015. Yeah, so technically
it was legal in some states.
It was in most of the states
So
had already legalized it individually, but it wasn't legalized nationwide until 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shockingly recent. But yeah, I mean, I think I was like kind of in like a very, unfortunately, like easier period because there was enough attention towards trans kid and trans youth that like there was like the beginnings of like support networks and stuff, but there wasn't enough for it to be like getting super targeted. But yeah, it was a really interesting time. I'm like, because I got my passport for the first time when I was like 15. And when I was getting it, I had to apply to have the gender marker be different from my birth certificate. So that's in their records. So when I reapply to get it for my passport, they'll probably change it to female, even though my birth certificate currently, like now, does say male. It's like a whole weird. There's a lot of really rough stuff. Like I feel really bad for trans youth that are like currently in school, dealing with all the bullshit that's happening. Because it was easier when we were in high school, but still difficult.
Yeah. I remember, so I mostly, just, I guess, through people already knowing me before I came out and, like, liking me, mostly flew under the radar. But there were, there was one person I knew in high school in particular who's a trans woman, and she had it pretty rough. It's not... To this day, I don't really know the landscape in schools right now, obviously, because I'm not there, but it's always tough for trans kids.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure it also depends on, like, where in the U.S. you are.
Yeah.
But, like, I was in, like, a blue state in, like, a fairly left-lean, like, a fairly liberal town, but it was a small town, so, it did have a weirdly high concentration of trans kids, because there were, like, other trans kids in my high school, despite being a tiny high school. I was the second trans guy to come out. And then there was, like, some other trans people who only came out later. But, yeah, I don't know, it was... I definitely got, like, harassed a lot by some classmates, but I think the vast majority of people just didn't care.
Yeah.
Though I've like blocked out a lot of the early memories of like what it was like when I first transitioned, because it was like not like there was like a lot of upsetting things that weren't necessarily like life-changing, but they were like painful.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I mean, and I also did not have an ideal coming out situation.
Yeah.
I got outed as trans before I had even told my parents. Thankfully was able to tell them before they heard from someone else, but it was still a bad situation. And I hope that other people don't have to go through that. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of been seeing how things are right now coming for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, it's been gradually building to this for a while, and we've seen this.
It's, I think, an interesting situation because there's just a big spotlight on transness right now that hasn't really been there before.
Mm-hmm.
Not that people were, like, completely unaware of it before, but it's become like a hot button topic, like
it's because we're a scapegoat right now.
Yeah. And there's some there's some circumstances in which things have gotten significantly better for trans people, but also worse.
Yeah.
That just comes with the attention, I think.
Yeah. It's like I think it's easier to get care now.
Mm-hmm.
Like more people are getting trained in how, like therapists are like more therapists are getting trained in how to like treat someone for gender dysphoria.
Yeah.
Which was not like I specifically had to go to I had to go drive 40 minutes to go to a specialist therapist when I was like 14. So and I do think that was beneficial for me because like the therapist herself was genderqueer. So and I think that was helpful. But yeah. I mean, there was like a whole thing of the hospital that I got my top surgery at when I was 17 preemptively cooperated with the Trump administration demanding that it deny treatment, like surgical treatment to minors. And I'm like, if I had been born any younger, like if I had been younger, I wouldn't have been able to get my surgery when I did. And like that's like it just like seeing them like cave that easily to it just like was pretty upsetting. They did get a lot of pushback for doing
I can
that.
imagine.
But and I don't blame the actual doctors or anything at the hospital.
Yeah,
because
it's
I
not
think
really their decision.
yeah, like because they all were very good. But Wynn says, what makes it worse is that it was never legalized to be openly queer here, and by law you are a dangerous person by doing so. Damn.
Yeah. No, it's... The situation, speaking from, like, our experiences, like, in the United States, it's not... It's worse than it's ever been, but it's also better than it's ever been at the same time.
Yeah.
It's
not as dire as it is in some other places.
Yeah.
It's still not going in it's going in a bad direction.
It is going in a bad direction. And the people who are, against, trans people having, the basic rights of living, or getting care or what have you, are louder and in control of the government right now. But socially, it's kind of split.
Yeah, socially, I mean, it's a little tricky for me because being a trans man who passes pretty well, passes pretty consistently. Like I don't get like it doesn't impact me as much socially as it does other trans people.
The funny thing about my situation, being an androgynous individual, is that most of the time people don't register that I am any type of trans. They just are like, okay, I'm interpreting you as this thing and then you must be that thing. Though I think historically, the most ire I get in terms of just like noticing people looking at me or whatnot is when I'm dressed explicitly femininely. Because people have, regardless of what I am, people
Androgyny does lean more masculine.
Yeah, so when people interpret someone as being a masculine person in feminine wear, that is usually the most targeted group for judgment.
Yeah. And I definitely did get a lot of... I remember when, especially before I started testosterone, I did get, I would get looks for, dressing masculine, or just, even though I, and other people that I've shown photos of what I looked like at the time, reasonable, a lot of the time it's I pass pretty well, but I still did frequently get people looking at me weird for just going around, just walking around. And I mean, a lot of the most direct like backlash I got was from people who knew me pre-transition. But I mean, now at the point in my life I'm in now, I think the things that are most difficult are medical care. Medical care for sure. And for me, at least, this isn't a problem because I'm in a long-term relationship, but dating. Because there's like the whole question of disclosure.
Right.
And like that can be a really tricky thing to navigate in a dating scene. But that was something that freaked me out a lot when I was when I was single. I was very afraid of like someone finding out that I was transmasc and then like dumping me or like worse. But I mean, medical stuff and it is especially anytime that I have to get
any bureaucratic or medical thing is always a big issue. I remember when I don't even remember what I was there for. I was at the post office at some point. I think I was like updating my passport or something. And I was talking with the lady at the front. And she was like, she immediately got very cold when she realized that I was like changing the gender marker on my passport. And like, I don't remember the exact way the conversation went, but I remember her being very cold, and then when she realized through me just talking about like what the change was for, when she realized I hadn't undergone like sexual reassignment surgery, then her mood got better. So she was like really upset with me when she thought that I had SRS. And then when she learned that I was not, and I just am like this, she got nicer again. It's a very awkward thing to navigate.
Sweden guy says, wait, I kind of want to see photos of all of you young. I probably have some like androgynous photos. Like there's photos of me on my social media.
Maybe we'll do a Studio Flimpo baby pictures event at some time. That would be fun.
Yeah. I generally, for me, like the worst part is always going in for any sort of like medical treatment related to like the like assigned sex. Yeah. Like for me, like I'm AFAB, so I have to get like cervical cancer screenings and stuff like that, and that stuff is like waiting in the waiting room of an OBGYN office alone looking like me is like so you get so many looks. But it's like I need to get that care. Like it's like, what else do you want me to do? I had like an emergency. There was like a situation like a few years back. It was an emergency situation, but it wasn't like super serious. I was fine. But I had to go to the ER in the middle of the night for like an OBGYN related thing. And like all of the ER nurses were treating me like this, like, or like a lot of them were treating me as like a spectacle. Yeah. And like even in some of them were doing it in a way where they're just like, we want to make sure that we're doing everything right for you, but they kept like coming in and saying that same kind of shit over and over and over again, where it just I felt very patronized. Yeah. And like there was a funny moment where I got wheeled up to the OBGYN ward, and like the night receptionist lady like looked up over the desk at me and looked down in the stretcher, like me in the stretcher, and then did a visible double take because it was like I was just like a dude. Yeah. And that was like kind of funny. But yeah, I mean there was also positive aspects of that experience because the person who actually saw me, the resident, was transmasc, which was like a huge relief. And also one of the nurses in the early ER that like received me was like, oh, like I have like a cousin who is like trans, and like asking me questions on how they can like best support them. And I was like, I'm more than happy to like answer those kind of questions, and I prefer that 100% to being like told like, this never happened, so we're just trying to make sure that we do things right for you, and like and just like all that bullshit.
Yeah. Well, that was Studio Flimpo Trans Talk. We're gonna sign off now. I hope everyone enjoyed coming to the stream today. Say bye-bye Milo, and I will say bye-bye Milo for you.
Milo's in chat. These guys are #nerds.
Yeah, but thank you for coming. We'll be here every week until we're done packing, and then after that we'll probably keep streaming, but probably do like group drawing sessions or something like that, maybe invite guests. But yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, and before the stream ends, make sure if you want to apply for the mod position to click that link before it gets deleted at the end of the stream. But yeah, thank you guys all for coming, and we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.